Hello and welcome to InFocus section. I'm Aisha, and in today's video we will be discussing about the topic of BRICS expansion and how is it going to impact or affect the global south. Now, global south is a term which has been trending since last many months. Now, first of all, we need to understand that BRICS expansion is good for the global south only when we know about the global south. So first of all, you need to know what is global south. So a term, I think, which if you will break this term global and south, south means something which is coming in the, okay, this is, if we talk about the direction, then this is north and this is south. So south means something which is coming this direction, okay. And then the word global. Global means all over the world. So the countries which are considered to be the third world countries, the countries which are considered to be the developing or the underdeveloped countries, the countries which has lesser GDP as compared to the industrialized nations, and the countries which are lying to the south of the industrialized nation. And when we talk about the industrialized nation, we're talking about the US, we're talking about the UK, we're talking about Germany, we're talking about France. So these are the countries, if we will see the world map, then these are the countries which are lying at a higher latitude, and to the south of it are the countries which are considered to be the countries of the third world. It means the developing and the underdeveloped countries. So that is why it is called the global south. And now that the BRICS has expanded, there are 5 new members which have officially become the member of the BRICS on 1st of January 2024. Earlier, it was projected that there will be 6 new members, but Argentina has opted out at the last moment. So now there are 5 new members which have become the member of the BRICS. So about the points of discussion, first we'll be looking at the news, then about BRICS expansion, who all countries have been included, then about the points on which we will be comparing that how the BRICS expansion will be good for the global south. So that will be on the basis of GDP, oil production, population, exports of goods and services, and in the end a prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from general studies paper 2, that is groupings. So what becomes important, you should be able to aware and you should be able to be very clear about the countries which have become a part of BRICS now and how they will be impacting the global south. Important from both prelims and mains perspective. So let's begin. The news talks about, will BRICS expansion set a new agenda for the global south? I hope now we are clear with the word global south. BRICS expansion will be talking about and what new agenda it will have for the global south. So we will be looking into the parameters also which will be turning good after the BRICS has expanded. So if we talk about BRICS, so BRICS is a grouping which consists of countries like Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And now there are 5 more countries which have been included in this BRICS, and that is Saudi Arabia, Egypt, UAE, that is United Arab Emirates, Ethiopia and Iran. So Egypt and Ethiopia belongs to the African continent, while the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia and Iran are the Middle Eastern countries, the oil giants. So BRICS has expanded and 5 new members have been included in the BRICS on 1st of January 2024. So it was on New Year. 5 new countries have been included, and Argentina was also supposed to be included in this, but Argentina opted out at the last moment. And with this, now BRICS is consolidating its status as the voice of the global south. If we will see that BRICS consist of countries which were traditionally, they were not considered to be industrialized nation, but in today's time they are the leading developing economies and the fastest moving economies and the GDPs of the world. Then bringing more weight to bear on international politics. It means that the weightage of the BRICS will now increase on the global stage after the BRICS expansion has taken place. And the year 2024, the BRICS will happen, or the BRICS meeting will take place in Russia. So the expansion is significant for the global south. So now let's see that how the expansion of the BRICS and the new countries adding on to the BRICS, how it will have more and how it will be more impactful for the world. First of all, from the perspective of the GDP, which is the gross domestic product. So we will not be going into the details. So the gross domestic product is a sign that the country's economy is doing really well. So if it is in positive and is moving up, it means that the economically the countries are doing really well. So if we talk about the World Bank, then according to the World Bank, the current members of BRICS constituted of 25.77% of the global GDP. When we talk about the current members, it means only the BRICS, not the BRICS expansion. So that together they make up the GDP 25.77% of the global GDP. And now that the expansion has taken place, this percentage of 25.77 will increase to 29% of the world's GDP. It means that around 30% of the world's GDP will be present in the BRICS as the expansion of the BRICS has taken place. And Saudi Arabia is the only other trillion-dollar economy which has been added to BRICS apart from China and India. And if we talk about BRICS, then the biggest economy is China, then India, and then Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia is also a oil giant. Then comes the point of oil production. So out of all the points, it is the percentage of oil production and the point of oil production which has made BRICS after its expansion a major force to tackle with, because the major exporter and the major producers of the crude oil are now the members of the BRICS. So BRICS grew the most in its share of oil production after its expansion, as Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE are all part of BRICS now. It grew from per day production share of 20.4% to 43.1%. It means it has doubled, more than double. Earlier it was 20.4%, and now with the inclusion of Saudi Arabia, Iran and UAE, all three Middle Eastern countries, all three major crude oil giants, all three major crude oil exporter, all three major crude oil producers are now a part of BRICS. And being a part of BRICS after BRICS expansion has taken place in starting of 2024, it means that now in the category of oil and energy sector, BRICS will be a major force to deal with. So from 20.4%, the percentage has increased to 43.1%. And if we talk about Saudi Arabia, then it is the biggest oil producer. And how big it is, you will come to know that the per day production of Saudi Arabia is 12,136 barrels. And on second position, we have the UAE, whose production is 4,020 barrels. So it is Saudi Arabia is 3 times. And after UAE comes Iran. So this was about oil production. Then comes the point of exports of goods and services. Now in the BRICS, because of China, the percentage of export in goods and services was high and was good with regard to BRICS. But now with the inclusion of other members also, the percentage has increased. So the original members of BRICS, the percentage was 18.28% of the global export of goods and services. So it was 18.28%. And now after its expansion, the percentage will grow from 18.28% to 20.58%. And among the BRICS countries, it is China which contributes the maximum to the export, and then India. So earlier it was 18.28%, now it is 20.58%. So look at this graph. If we talk about country wise specifically, then there is a huge difference and a huge gap between China when it comes to exporting, because it is considered to be the manufacturing hub, and other countries. So this is years from 2000 to 2022, and this is share of global exports. So if we will see, so India is the pink line. This is India and it is the pink line. So the exports of India has increased from 2000 to 2022. It is on a upward trajectory. While if we talk about the countries which has either not increased much, either not decreased much, so that can be Brazil. It has remained almost on the same path. Then comes the Russian Federation. So Russian Federation, that is Russia, the graph has been fluctuating one. Many years it has gone up, many years it has come down. But a country which has seen an upward trajectory, so that is China. From the year 2000, from 5%, less than 5%, you can say around 3%, it has gone on to reach around more than 10%, and specifically it is around 12% of the global export. So China over the years has seen a major upward in the export trajectory. Now comes the point of population. Now this is also a very big positive for BRICS, that two of the most populous countries, that is China and India, are part of BRICS, and now Ethiopia has also added on to it. So now what becomes is that with India, China, Ethiopia, the major chunk of the population is also present within the BRICS countries. So this makes BRICS nations a major market. So the consumption among the people will also be very high in the BRICS countries. So the grouping went on from having a 40.9% share of the global population to 46%. So from 40.9, that is around 41%, it has increased to 46%. That is, you can say around half of the world's population is present within the BRICS countries. India and China are two of the world's most populous nations, and the new entrants like Ethiopia and Egypt, they also have a large population. It means that the market which the world is looking for belongs to BRICS. So let's take a look that what we have done so far is that the global export from 18.2% to 20.5%, it means an increase. Then GDP from 25.7% to 29% increase. Population 40.9% to 46% increase. Oil production from 20.4 to 43.1, major increase. So it means with the expansion we can see a positive sign, and this positive sign will reflect in making and in growing the developing nations, and majority of the fastest growing GDPs of the developing nations are present in the BRICS. So now let's talk about BRICS a bit. So in the year 2001, it was British economist Jim O'Neill who coined the term BRIC to describe the four emerging economies, and this BRIC term referred to Brazil, Russia, India and China. And then in the year 2010, South Africa was added, and then since then there was no expansion which took place, and now in the year 2024 there are 5 new entrants in BRICS again. So before this the entrant was South Africa. So firstly it was BRIC, then it became BRICS, and now it is BRICS expanded, or the term which can be given that BRICS plus, it has not been said, but it is BRICS has been expanded. So chairmanship of the forum is rotated annually among the members. So whoever will chair the meeting, it will be within the countries and on annual basis. And if we talk about the financial institution of the BRICS, then it is the New Development Bank, which is formed in the year 2014 in Brazil, Portzilla. And the headquarters of the New Development Bank is present in Shanghai, China. So this was about BRICS, and a question has been asked with regard to BRICS by the UPSC in the year 2016. So you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section, and the question talks about, consider the following statements. We have to talk about the correct statement. First, the New Development Bank has been set up by APEC. Second, the headquarters of New Development Bank is in Shanghai. I think easy ones. Codes are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.